You went public back in the day when you had to spend huge amount of your money on server rooms full of stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the interesting thing, to be watching all the startups in New York City now is extraordinary for me, and I actually love to be involved with young startups, mostly now because it's so much easier to actually, strategize and have things be able to come to fruition because the barriers of entry are so much lower in so many ways. Being so tight to the ground, it taught us to be incredibly good with our money. It taught us how to, think really strategically and understand, I think, technology very well, but it was a very, very different time. Now I think you can iterate more quickly and test things and segment. None of those things were possible at the time. There wasn't a lot of money around, first of all. It wasn't like these huge, this is before the big funding. So you learned really how to okay, we need to make money. We need to launch with a business. There was no concept of kind of going out and first developing your market and then figuring out how to monetize later, because we were not going to be able to survive, and we needed more than 4 employees, which is what we had to start with.
There were at least 3 other wedding-oriented website businesses that were competing head-to-head with you at the time, right?
Well, yes. I mean, it seemed to be a hot, a rich topic. All these young people had just gotten married and decided they would reinvent the wedding business. We felt that being in New York was a really distinct opportunity. One, that New York is a place where people really understand brand and building brands, and I think that that's one of the things that really distinguishes Silicon Alley from Silicon Valley, is that I think we truly deeply understand the fact that a great brand is part of your value proposition. Having good technology is kind of the baseline, and honestly, half the time your audience doesn't understand the distinction between brilliant technology and good technology, right? And particularly, I think one of the things we can talk about in a room full of women, we quickly learned to not over-engineer our products. There were a lot of things that were possible, but that we realized our audience didn't need or really want. We actually, rather than looking we want to make a website, what we said is we want to address this market of these women, as starting with weddings, and said, okay, technology is going to be an incredible way to do it. The internet, obviously, is the place to begin this kind of adventure with them and building this customer relationship.